Adrianne here, and today I'm coming to you with a product haul from multiple drugstores and beauty supply shops that I've gone through to over the last month. Back in January, I picked up several different products. I wanted to try a bunch of different things, and there were some brands that I'd never purchased any of their products or really heard anything about, so I picked up some random items here. And the first products I'm going to talk about, they're e.l.f. products, and I got them from Target. I've already taken this one out of the box, but it is, and I want you to see what the side of the box looks like. I'm not quite sure why they put that color on there because it doesn't look like that when I show you the product in just a minute, but it is their Sugar Lip Scrub. This winter I've had a extremely hard time with getting my lips moistened and healed. I've had a cold a couple weeks ago where I took a lot of decongestant, so my mouth was extremely dry on top of, you know, the cold air outside and having the furnace going and trying out all kinds of new matte lip products. My lips have been so dry I can hardly stand it this winter, so I have several other exfoliating lip products. But I don't really care to use them. I don't like to use anything that's in a jar that you have to dip your finger in. I just think it's gross. I feel like I'm going to get bacteria in the jar and it's just going to sit and grow there. So I haven't been using any of the Sugar Lip Scrubs that I have that are in a jar. Plus, I just don't like the feeling of rubbing my fingertips over my lips. All of it just kind of grosses me out. So I was happy to find this e.l.f. lip scrub, and it comes in a tube that just looks like a stick of lipstick. I don't know if you guys can see the sugar crystals at the tip of this product, but they're pretty abrasive, pretty good size. Seems like they're about the size of a raw sugar granule. I love it. 6 e.l.f. products that I bought over the last month. A couple of them I haven't even opened yet. It's some of the brushes, and this one, let's see, this one is the contour brush, and I might as well take it out. I will list the price out to the side because I can't remember what I paid for that, so I'm happy to have this out of the package so I can start to use it. I've been loving the brushes that are the black ones so far. They've worked really well for me. So this one, I can't wait to start using this. And I also got a blending brush, so I'm going to get that out, from e.l.f. And this one is really soft. I'm sure it's going to work great. So far, all my black brushes from e.l.f., I've really liked them a lot. And 2 of them that I've had a little bit longer that I've already been using. And this one's the contour brush. And I love this brush. I've been using it with my cream contour. And also, I want to say this one said it was a contour brush also. I thought that was kind of odd. I've been using it to put my transition shade on when I'm dusting over my entire eyelid here this way. I've been using it for that, but I love these brushes. And I'm planning to buy most of the black ones, which leads me to these, the white ones, which are, I remember distinctly that these are $1 a piece. I really don't care for these at all. As a matter of fact, I'll probably stick them somewhere where I don't accidentally pick them up. They remind me more of an art brush. They're pretty dense. They don't really work really well for blending, and this one says blending eye brush. I don't care for this at all. You know, it's only $1, so if you want to give it a try, maybe it'll be something you would like. And this one's the eye crease brush, but this, it's just such a concentrated amount of product, and it's just like you just stick it here and the color just stays in one place and doesn't blend out. So I wasn't very happy with these, but that's okay. Now I know just stick with all the black ones because I really like those a lot. And the last e.l.f. product that I picked up, I got at Target also. The box looks like this. It's the bronzer palette, and this bronzer palette looks like this when you get it out of the packaging, and it's the deep bronzer palette. Oh, what to say about this product? This is what the product looks like. Now, I'm a fair to medium woman of color, and this palette is pushing it for me. This color up here, even though it's a nice color, I don't even think this would bronze my face at all, any whatsoever. I think it's too light. And then you have this pretty golden shade here, and I'm going to hold it up in front of me because I don't know if it's coming in to focus. you have this pretty golden shade here, but the problem is the gold in it, that's all the flecks of gold. It's like actual chunks of gold glitter. I don't really know who wants chunks of gold glitter on their face for a bronzer. It doesn't look like it's been finely milled or anything. It's just globs of glitter. So that doesn't work. And this color down here, possibly I could use it for a setting powder. It definitely wouldn't be dark enough to bronze. This color actually will bronze a little and give me a little contouring. It works nice on my nose. I actually have it down my nose to contour my nose right now. But that's about all. And with me being a fair to medium skin tone, that is absolutely crazy that this is a deep palette and there's only one color that I can really use out of here, and it is actually the deepest shade in the palette. I think that, you know, they really need help in their marketing to reach women of color, because this is not a deep palette. If someone with a true deep skin tone purchased this, I think they'd be pretty upset. And it kind of stinks because, you know, you have the packaging here, the box, and so when you're in the store, this is all you see. And you're not quite sure what the color is going to look like when you get it home. But I hope this review is helping somebody, that they're seeing this ahead of time. The product, I love the packaging because I like this huge mirror. The huge mirror is awesome. This would be great to travel with. You could actually sit and do your whole face and makeup with this mirror. So the mirror is really nice. The powder, I find that, especially when it's new and you first open it, you really have to kind of work with it to get it going. The powder is a little stiff, like it doesn't pick up really well. I'll try to swatch a little here and rub it on the back of my hand. I don't know if that's showing up. I'll do another little swatch in the same spot. You can see where it's a little reddish brown there. It gives me a little bit of bronze, so I can use that, and I am going to go ahead and swatch this other color next to it and leave a little swatch here. But that's a nice brown shade. You know, it does look like it's kind of oxidizing a little bit on my hands and getting a little bit darker. Maybe I will give it a try, and I will go ahead and swatch this one up here also and do a little swatch. That actually looks like it could be a regular face powder for me. Looking at it in the monitor, it looks like it could be an actual face powder for me. And take this extra finger and see if I can't get some of this pigment to come up where you guys can see the gold in it. The gold's actually not translating on my complexion. That almost looks like, yeah, I can see it in the monitor. So it actually looks like it could be a cute peachy tone blush for me, but definitely not a bronzer. Maybe even could use that product for an eyeshadow. It's a nice clay looking color. I wouldn't call it a bronzer at all, and I don't think this is something that a woman of a deep complexion would be able to use at all. But that's what that bronzer palette looks like. It's got some pretty colors in it. Almost looks like a pretty brown, warm eyeshadow palette, more so than it looks like a bronzing palette to me. But I will give this color here a try at some point, because it looks a lot better on my hands than what I suspected it would. But overall, still, you know, feel like I had to work with it quite a bit in the beginning. It swatched nicely, and I think because the pigments on my fingers, because I've been playing with this palette quite a bit, I think that now it's easier to pick up the product. It definitely takes some work with the brush to get the product going. In the beginning, it doesn't pick up easy at all. Just getting wipes out to clean off my hands. Yeah, so that's all I have to say about that palette. And I'll put the price out to the side because I think I paid $6 for it, but I'm not exactly sure that's all. So that's all the products from e.l.f. that I bought. The next products I bought actually came from my local beauty supply, and most of them were Kiss products. I got a couple Kiss lipsticks. This one is in the color Nude Rose. They're gorgeous. I can't wait to try them. I just took the paper off of them so that I could, the wrapper, I mean, off of them. And they're a matte lipstick. So I'm curious to see how they work. Hopefully I will like the matte lipsticks more than the liquid matte lipsticks, 'cause I'm really not feeling that at all. It's drying my mouth out, but I'm going to go ahead and let me roll it down a little bit. I don't want to break it. Do a little swatch here so you can see this nude rose color. Looks like it's going to be something right up my alley. Okay, and the second color that I got from the Kiss lipstick, gosh, this is hard to open. This one is Mauve. So I'll do a little swatch of it next to the other one. Ooh, that's pretty. I think I'll really like that. Looks really pretty in the tube also. So that's Mauve, and I think I paid, yes, definitely, I paid $2.99 for each one of these colors. Seems like most of the Kiss products were $2.99. I picked up a couple single shadows, and they come in a package that looks like this. And this one is a plummy shade. I love plum and burgundy shades. So that's a pretty plum color shade. I'm going to give that a swatch because I haven't had a chance to swatch it yet. I didn't open it until tonight. Ooh, that's buttery. Wow, look at that color. That is gorgeous. I can't wait to use this in a look. Oh my gosh, look at that pigment. Even after I rubbed it off. Oh my goodness. This is just like butter. That's a really pretty color. And the second one that I bought is like a fuchsia color, burgundy fuchsia. So I'll give a little swatch of that and put it next to the other one. Get a little more product. And that one's real buttery too. Oh my gosh. It's a little chunky, but I may have rubbed too much off. I did kind of dig at the palette, but these are really buttery. Gosh, that color is awesome. It goes on so pretty. Can't wait to try these products out on the face. One thing I am learning about all this swatching is just because something swatches well for your hand doesn't mean it's necessarily going to blend well when you put it on your face. And sometimes stuff swatches terrible, and then you go to create a look with it and the product works awesome. So I've given up on trying to judge products by swatching alone. You definitely need to try them on your face, because how they swatch on your hands doesn't necessarily mean it'll be like that on your face. Another Kiss makeup product that I got is the Luxe Creamy Lip Gloss. Comes in a tube like this. And the color I got it in is, I don't think I'm going to be able to tell you guys without putting on my glasses here. Got to pull out the old lady glasses, the joys of aging. I guess it's better than the alternative of not being here. But this is Violet Fatale is what this color is. It's a really pretty lavender color. Oh, can get it open. Ooh, I like that. I wish some other companies would do that so people don't open and sample their products and contaminate them. But here's a swatch. I think I'm going to do a little bit more. That looks a little sheer. A swatch of this color. I was able to swatch it before I left the beauty supply store, and I liked it a lot, and that's why I bought it. In the formulation of it, it's pretty thick and creamy, so you'll probably see this in a look because I like colors like this, and this is a good summer shade for me coming into spring and summer. So that is Violet Fatale. And one of my biggest finds at the local beauty supply that I was the happiest about was this palette here. And this is made by Beauty Treats. And I purposely left the price tag on it so you guys would know what it was. I'm so happy that I'm finally showing you this. Now I can take this gaudy orange $6.99 tag off. But it is a knockoff of like the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette. It's called the Contour Palette. And it comes with a little applicator like that, one of my favorites. But this palette, I have used it 2 or 3 times, and I cannot say enough good things about this palette. I hope that I can get it to come into focus here. Okay, I'm going to have to leave it close to my face to get it to come into focus, but this palette, oh my gosh, it is just awesome. These 4 colors down here are eyebrow waxes, and I have used these eyebrow waxes playing around with them, and they work awesome. I didn't even have to use an eyebrow pencil with them. I really like them a lot. The colors in this palette, they're all matte except for this one here. This one's like a satin finish, and they are not chalky at all. The pigmentation is there. I have just fallen in love with this palette. I will be doing a video on how I rate products and what I use for my everyday daily products and how I store them. And you know, I call it the drawer. If a product makes the drawer, that means it's my go-to, and it's something that I wouldn't mind putting my hands on every day. Actually, I don't have to think about it. I know the quality's there. I know I'm going to get an awesome look if I use that palette. This one and this I just stuck in there extra, one of my own that I used with it to create a look. But I can't say enough good about this palette. And this reddish brown here, oh my gosh, that comes off just so gorgeous. This palette, I cannot believe it is only $6.99, and it's the Beauty Treats brand. They put out, I think years ago, I had a little small compact like this with lots of eyeshadows in it. And if I remember correctly, that was also really pigmented and worked really well. So I'm going to hunt down, go to Beauty Treats website and probably order a bunch of products from them and do some reviews on their stuff, because it's a really inexpensive brand and it's got some really good quality. But yeah, it's got the little chart on the back, you know, that tells you contour, define, highlight, you know, what the shades are used for. Obviously, you don't have to go by that, but this palette is awesome. I just cannot say enough about it. You know, if you have a chance to pick one of these up somewhere, even if you don't think you need it, for $6.99, just grab it, because this thing can create so many looks in this palette. I only had one color that didn't work for me, and that was this one. And the reason why it didn't work is because it's so close to my skin tone, this type of taupe, that it kind of muddies with my complexion when I put it on. There's nothing wrong with the pigmentation or the product. That just is what matte products in that tone do with my skin tone. But other than that, everything was super pigmented. So, okay, that's enough about that spiel with that product. The next set of products that I picked up, I picked them up right before I went to the beauty supply store, and they actually came from Walmart, and they came from Black Radiance. Picked up a couple of eyeshadow palettes, not eyeshadow palettes, but eyeshadow trios. I'm going to have to put the price out to the side because I don't remember. I haven't created any looks with these, but I have swatched them on my hand just to see what the color would look like. And I will do that. I didn't want to do it with that last palette because it was so many colors. It would take forever to get through all of them. But this lightest shade here, I found that it didn't seem to swatch quite as well as I'd hoped for. Now it's going to prove me wrong to be a lot. Maybe it wasn't the lightest shade. Maybe it was this big one here. But I'll swatch them all and let you decide. Oh, I almost dropped that. Make sure I'm not going over the last swatch. They feel pretty buttery. There's a little bit. No, they're pretty buttery. I've dug in that and it's still just pretty buttery. I think I just got too much product out. That's why it looked a little clumpy. Oh, it was this one for sure. And this has glitter in it, which I can always do without. And it would be the one that they put the most of in here. So let's see how the pigmentation turns out. Not too bad, but I did rub quite a bit of product on the back of my hand to get that pigmentation like that. I can't wait to try this out in a look. Put this up against my face because the autofocus is not wanting to cooperate. But this is not too bad at all. I love greens like this. And I want to say, I'm not going to say anything because I can't remember how much this was. So I will just put that price up on the screen. I know they weren't very expensive at all, but that's made by Black Radiance. Wiping some of this stuff off so I can move on to the next product. While I'm waiting for the back of my hand to dry, I'm actually going to skip on to something else. I have another eyeshadow trio that I got from them that I want to swatch, but I know it won't pick up. Most of these products from Black Radiance. I haven't touched them. This one, though, I could not stay out of it. I had to see what this was about. And it's called Blackberry. And it says that it's a bronzer, a baked bronzer. This is definitely not a bronzer. This turns out to be my new favorite go-to contour. Oh my gosh. This is so bizarre looking, you know, with the marbled gold and the lavender mixed in with the gold and the deep, deep purple looking tones. This turns out to be like the perfect contour for me when I use it with the fan brush. The colors just, you don't see any of the gold, you don't see any shimmer. This is a true contour product. It's not the bronzy browns and all that. It creates a dark shadow. It's not, you know, color at all on your face. Even though it looks like it's purple in here, it doesn't come off purple at all. It just makes a shadow, and I've got it on now, and it's what I use every day. It made the drawer instantly for me. I couldn't put it down. I was going to try to wait to just review it, but I've been using it already for a month, and I love this product because, like I said, it just creates a perfect shadow. If I want to add warmth and depth to my face, you know, it's definitely not the product to grab because it's just going to give you that dark shadow to make something recede, but it's not going to add any color to your face. So you would want to stick with a bronzing palette if you like that warm glow with your contour. But if you want a straight up true contour, that is an awesome product for that. And moving back to the eye trios, I got this one also in purples, and it's kind of funny that I would buy this. I'm trying to get out of the box and challenge myself a little bit. I usually never wear a purple tone. I'll wear plum, love plum, but like the actual purple tones, I don't usually wear them. I find that a lot of them tend to be ashy, so I'm putting myself on a challenge coming up here to create some violet and purple looks to step out of my box so I get out of wearing the same things over and over. But I'm going to go ahead and swatch the lightest color here and put it on the back of my hand. That one feels a little bit chalky and clumpy when I'm swatching it. It doesn't feel as smooth and creamy as the last one did, and it's a little chunky on the back of the hand, but not too bad. And this is the second color next to it. Ooh, I don't like that at all. That doesn't look purple to me. It kind of looks more blue periwinkle. Actually, the color looks kind of pretty, I guess. It just doesn't look purple to me. It looks more periwinkle. And now I'm going to swatch the bottom pretty, this lavender here. So yeah, not too bad, except I still think this looks blue or periwinkle, but yeah, I've got chunks of, oh, that chunk bad. Like I got big blobs of that middle shade, that periwinkle looking shade. Yeah, lots of fallout with that product, but it was really inexpensive. So we'll see what kind of look we get out of that. And I press kind of hard when I'm picking up pigments for swatches. But I picked up some lipsticks from them. I did kind of open this and put it on my mouth. This one's called, oh yeah, they're the brand that when they put their labels on the outside shrink wrap, that's where the name of the product is, and they don't put the name of the product at the bottom. They only put numbers. So this is a 5117, what this shade is, and it almost looks like it's ombre. The top of this to me looks way lighter than the bottom. I don't know if maybe the product's old and the top part oxidized or something, but it looks like two different colors. Trying to wait for the back of my hand to dry, because I know if I try to swatch it the other way around, with me being right-handed, that's going to be quite comical. But let me put this down so I don't break it. Go ahead and do a swatch of this. And this is what this looks like. From what I remember, when I did try it on, I didn't really care for the finish on it. It seemed kind of, I like a thicker, creamier lipstick. And this one seemed like it wasn't as thick, kind of, I don't know if runny's the right word for it, but I don't think I was a big fan of it. I can't remember if it was that one or this one, which I'm pretty sure it was the last one because this one's a matte and this one is 5120 and this one's their matte formulation. It comes in a tube that looks exactly like it except it's black. And this one doesn't look ombre. It looks like it's a normal color. So I don't know what was up with that last one. But I'll go ahead and swatch it next to it. And that, no, yeah, I like this one. I like the matte one. I remember that one felt pretty good on the mouth. Just looking at it, you can tell that it's matte and not the same formulation as the other one. So, I probably won't wear this one. If I wear this one, I'm going to have to mix it with some other lipstick that's maybe a matte and also maybe got some brown in it or something to darken it up because lipsticks, these shades just turn out hot pink on my mouth. I was hoping that this wouldn't look like this when I got it on my skin tone, but it did. So I got one other color and I haven't even taken it out of the shrink wrap. I will do that now, but only because I'm swatching things for the video. I didn't take it out of the shrink wrap because I realized when I got it home, this is the same color that you buy over and over and over that you hardly ever wear. Yeah, so this is just a reddish brown color and it is, I'll give you the number, 5033. And it's just a reddish brown color. This does not, you know, this doesn't really look ombre like the last one. I'm going to go ahead and swatch it. Not bad. Like I said, it's just a basic reddish brown. Ooh, I got some of it on the tip here. A little piece of it broke off the tip, but I probably won't really wear that much because I have colors like this from other brands and it's a thicker formulation. It's creamier than this one, but these weren't expensive at all, so I'm not sorry that I bought them. I wanted to know what this Black Radiance, the brand, was about because you never know till you try some of it. So I have two more products that I purchased from Black Radiance that day, and they are both blushes. They come in boxes like this. One's raspberry, and that's this one. Let's see if I can get it out. My hands are kind of slippery. And that one looks like this. It's a really pretty fuchsia color, this raspberry. Get it next to me and hopefully it's in focus. Peek over at the monitor. It is in focus. Waiting for the back of my hand to dry so I can swatch this for you. It feels really powdery, but I'm making sure I swirl it really good because I haven't used it yet, so I don't know if it's got that top coating on it or not. Here's a swatch of that color. Oh, that's going to blend great. That will blend really nicely because I swirled my finger in that quite a bit and it came off, you know, it's pigmented but it's sheer, so it doesn't look like it's going to put a blob of color on my face that I'm going to be stuck blending out. And this one is the Warm Berry, and this one I think I was more excited about. The color looks like this. So that's Warm Berry, and I'm going to go ahead and swatch that. Ooh, yeah. I can definitely see the warm tones in this product. So I cannot wait to start using these because sometimes I get in a rut. I love my Milani, what is it, Fantastico Mauve. Like I've been stuck on that blush, so I need to move along. So it was nice to have some variety in that. I think that's it for all the products that I got that are random. I did pick up some Milani products, but I'm going to do, I bought so many of them, I'm going to do those in a separate video so I can go through each one of them and give good accurate swatches and time and attention to them. But this was just kind of a random hodgepodge of stuff that I picked up, like I said, some at Target, some at my local beauty supply, and some at Walmart. So I hope you enjoyed this video and it helped you maybe learn about some new products or find some other things you want to try. I'm not going to review any of these products individually. It will probably just be thrown in with some look that I'm using, or maybe a comparison video, since that contour eyeshadow palette is a lot like the Kat Von D and also the Makeup Revolution light and shade palette. I may do some comparison and also start using these products with some of the looks that I'm creating, but I just wanted to show them to you guys first, and I cannot wait to use some of this new stuff and to show you guys. So I hope you like this video. If you like what you saw today, please give it a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button. And you'll also want to hit that little bell next to the subscribe button so you get notified every time I release a new video. Thank you for watching and see you soon.